I took notes.
And remember, we're going to continue to see disruptive Othniel from Judah. We have a judge saying what tribe they're from, what people group they fought against, and what happens after. It's very interesting. This man has two verses in the Bible in his name, and that's it. 2 times, and then done. Very 6. Oh, yeah. And I challenge you to think about this and see if you can discuss with me tonight. Yes, what, Kate?
What?
That was related to last week's lesson. I thought you said I would try. One did what God said. The other five did not. Good question. I'm going to back to Deborah. Yes, I did. Yeah, there it is. So we see Judah all in red, and right smack in the middle, Simeon. Dan, 3. Deborah, 4. Benjamin, 5. Gad, 7. Manasseh, 3. The other half of Manasseh, still number 8. Issachar, 9. Zebulun, 11. Asher, 11. And Naphtali, 12.
Hector.
Missing
Dan.
thing. Oh, he's right there. from each tribe that had to provide for the Levites. So the Levites are divided up on all tribes. And then there's some changes for a while. After a while, Simeon's going to move north. Same with background. They're not going to stay put in their lot that they were given.
It's for town.
That's all Israel, right? Well, you have to understand, we call Israel why? But he had 12 sons.
Right.
12 right there, plus 13. Because Joseph's was split, he had the double blessing. So his 2 sons were split with Ephraim and Manasseh, and Joseph's sons. So he got the double blessing. It went to the younger, so and we read that during Genesis, and anyway, for now, right. Called half tribe and a half tribe. After that, 1/2 tribe stayed while the others went on the fight. Now, we hit Judges chapter 3, verse 31. And after him, because there was 80 years of peace. And we come to this verse. And after him was Shamgar, the son of Anak, who slew 600 Philistines with an ox goad, and he delivered Israel. That's it. That was him. That's the only mention. Shamgar. Unknown. It's unknown what tribe. It just says he's the son of Anak. But it's interesting that they do say he is the son of Anak. Typically, you would look at that name, and if you really want to study deeply, you would look at that name, Anak, and try to see in another place in the Bible and figure out by putting the puzzle pieces together. But where's he from? He's a Canaanite. It seems like the band was a mixed race between Jewish and Canaanite heritage. That's what it seems like. Can God use him? Even though he's of a mixed race? Can still God call him? Absolutely yes. Clear, it's written here.
Hi.
You said it's a right? Yes. What is an ox goad? It's about 8 feet long. with a point. And it was to poke the cows that were slowly plodding along. Give them a little jab, goad them along. Now, today, we use something called cattle prod, an electric cattle prod. Gives them a little neck. And it gets them moving along. Back then, they didn't have electricity. So they used sharp metal implement on the end of a rod. Not a spear, but heavier, thicker. It's not a spear designed for throwing. It's just long enough so you can fire up and give a little poke to get going. Question? To finish that question, no, no, you said the half was the line. Good question, where the Canaanite a king, who is he? A king. Who is that? Son of Ham. So, who was cursed? Canaan himself was cursed. Really, we know in the future that that curse is removed from, and they will serve under the Jews. But this man seems to be a mixed race. Maybe his father was. He was a Canaanite, and his mother was a Jew. That's what it seems like to me, from what I've been able to figure out. But I can't say definitively. Clearly, right? His name is, he's the son of, and from the Canaan goddess. And from that culture, he left and became Jewish. I don't know. But his name is Jewish. Shem. He's a Jewish name. That's all we know. And when little 600 and beat him. He beat him to death with the Oscar. No, Shagar did because he's the son of it. But to kill 600 men with an 8-foot stick with a little bit of metal at the end, can you imagine that? I think it's just a little bit weird. But I accept it. But can you imagine? Like a ninja? I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Figures that. How could he do 600 people? Maybe line them up and stab them. As he came up. Or maybe he turned sideways and 600 went down. Who knows? He was given a powerful gift to kill that many men at one time. But we don't know which tribe he is from. It is unknown. We don't know how many years of peace followed. All we know is he killed 600 Philistine men. Later in the book of Judges, I think we're going to see his name again. One of the other persons is singing, and they mention his name. That's the only 2 times in the Bible where his name is mentioned. No paragraphs, not put down history anywhere else. No fancy story about a hand under a thigh or escaping or anything like that. Just that verse, Judges 3:31. But he was honored by God. And he was one of the judges of Israel. And he saved Israel. He did? Oh, I got a question for you. He saved Israel from Egypt? No, while they're in Israel all over this area. Still because they didn't wipe them all out. They let them stay. So now what's going to happen is they're going to come up and take Jabbok. And Israel sins, and God says, okay, I withdraw my hand. Now you can reap what you've sown. And you'll have some suppression and some suffering. And finally they beg, and God relents and saves them. But the cycle happens again and again and again. So right now, he has saved Israel. He has avenged them from the enemy. Which enemy? Maybe from the tribe that's down here, which is Judah or Simeon. But we can't say for sure. And that is a Canaanite house. How many times do you go through this cycle?
Okay.
So far,
Three.
Othniel from Judah, Ephod, and Shamgar. Could be Ephod died, or it could have happened at the same time. But it doesn't tell us for sure.
Found one, puppy.
We don't know, really. They were soldiers that came against those that lived in this area. And they fought and killed 600. Maybe he was the world's first sharpshooter. You know the book of the warlord? I'm sorry, I shouldn't joke. There's too many jokes related to that. No, I'm joking. Numbers 21, verse 13. Okay,
How about?
I'm ready. Let's look it up. Wars of the Lord. The evidence is there. And now it's gone.
Numbers 21.
Numbers 21, verse 13, is that?
Please.
38. Oh my God.
That's interesting. Verse in the book of the Bible, Numbers chapter 21, verse 14.
tapo.
I've seen that before.
Wonderful Lord.
Interesting. It mentions the book of wars of the Lord. Nugget, found that nugget.
Maybe you were sick of that kid.
Maybe you were sick that day at school. You missed it. Oh, no, I'm not gonna lose my college degree. So we've had 3 so far. And here's the 4th. We'll see how much I can go through about this 4th one. We start at chapter 4. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord. When Ehud was dead, the Lord sold him into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan. Which is going to be the suffering. And he reigned in Hazor. The captain of whose host was Sisera. And he was a bad general, which dwelt in Harosheth of the Gentiles. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord again. We call that supplication. For he had 900 chariots of iron. And for 20 years, he mightily oppressed the children of Israel.
Come on.
Yep, there goes the cycle again. Does it go away? No. 20 years of suffering is that portion of the cycle. And finally, they beg for help. And we'll see the Lord's salvation. Oh, here comes Deborah. And Deborah, prophetess, the wife of Lapidol, she judged Israel. She was the judge, just like this, in a court judge at that time. Notice I signed judged differently. She didn't avenge, she actually judged. There was no king, there was no reign, control. The first woman, yes. Yeah. Very interesting that she was the first woman. And she lived under the palm tree of Deborah. She has her own tree, named after her name. Between Ramah and Bethel in Mount Ephraim. And the children of Israel came up to her for judgment. And they come. And again, we see that call to salvation. And where did she live? Over here, Bethel and the other place. In the area of Bethel. But when King Yes, she's probably from that same tribe. Possibly she's from a Levite, but we can't say for sure. And she sent out and called Barak. Maybe you know that's the name of the former president Barack Obama. No, I'm serious, he
I
was.
know, stop, with them.
No, no, that's not the story. That was Balaam with the donkey. This is a different man. And she called Barak, the son of Abinadab, out of Kadesh Naphtali. Which tribe? Probably from the tribe of Naphtali. And said unto him, hath not the Lord God of Israel commanded, saying, go and draw toward Mount Tabor, and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali, and of the children of Zebulun, and I will draw unto thee to the river Kishon Sisera, the captain of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his multitude, and I will deliver him unto your hand. So Deborah tells Barak, go and fight. Take 10,000 men from these two tribes. And go and fight, and God will deliver them into your hand, and you will have the victory. And Barak is should have been thrilled. God told him, okay, fine, let's go ahead and do it. But he does. Let's read the scene. And Barak said to her, if you will go with me, then I'll go. But if you don't go with me, then I will not go. Woo. This woman is a strong woman, obviously. Barak says, you go with me, I'll go into battle. But you don't, I'm not going out. And she says, fine, surely I will go with thee. However, the journey that thou takest shall not be for your honor, for the Lord shall sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. Zebulun in green and Naphtali in red. That's where they took the 10,000 men. And they fight over here. And the Jabin of Canaan area. And Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali to Kadesh. And he went out with 10,000 men at his feet. And Deborah went with him. Now Heber, the Cushite, which was of the children of Hobab, father-in-law of Moses, had severed himself from the Canaanites, not to speak, and pitched his tent unto the plain of Zanium, which is by Kadesh. Now, hold up a minute. Let's pause. That's a lot of information. Oh, I'm going to run out of time, but we've got to discuss this. Who are the Hebrews? Number who the Midianites are from Moses' wife. Where that we just talked about it last Sunday. I wasn't here. I wasn't here. Abraham. Not Hagar. Keturah, his third wife. And that's the line and the children from them, from the Midianites. Some of them were good. For example, Moses married the woman, and her father was a priest of the Lord in the tribe of Judah. So we had some good people. But Heber separated himself and went alone. And he showed Sisera, Barak, the son of Abinadab, was one to my table. But this is going to become very important soon. So Sisera gathered together all his chariots, 900, and all the people that were with him, from Parosheth of the Gentiles unto the river of Kishon. And Deborah said to Barak, "Up, for this is the day in which the Lord has delivered Sisera into your hand. Is not the Lord gone out before you?" So Barak went out, and went up to 10,000 men after him, and went to war. And the Lord discomforted Sisera. The Lord did it. And all of his chariots and all of his hosts, with the edge of the sword before Barak, so that Sisera, lying down, got out of his chariot and fled away on foot. But Barak pursued after the chariots and after the host unto Harosheth of the Gentiles. And all the hosts of Sisera fell upon the edge of the sword, and there was not a man left. They were white. All died. So that's just not for the chariots. Plus we have a whole bunch of foot soldiers that all died, except for one. Sisera, he ran away on foot. And we're going to see what happens. Oh, time's up. I better stop. Oh, come on, Bart. Keep going. Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. I'll beat Sisera. What? Sisera fled away on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife. It's a beautiful name. Some oh, there's I chose a different spelling because that looks like jail. And I didn't want my daughter to have that name. E-L is also the name of God. Anyway, J-L. So if I picked up J-L, the wife of Heber, 10. For there was no peace between Jabin, the king of Hazor, and the house of Heber, the Kenite. And Jael went out to meet Sisera and said to him, turn in, my lord, turn to me. Don't be afraid. And when he had turned into her in her tent, she covered him with a blanket. And he said to her, give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink. For I'm thirsty. And he opened a bottle of milk. But she opened a bottle of milk. What? I think she has a reason. Gave him a drink of milk and covered him. You're struggling. When you're struggling to sleep, what do you drink? Warm milk. And go, oh, okay. So he gives him a drink of milk. He gets all comfy, he goes to sleep. And again he said unto her, you stand at the door of the tent, and it shall be when a man comes and inquires of you, say, is there a man here? That you should say, no. And he was KO'd. He was fast asleep because he was very tired. Next, what does Jael do? Then Jael, his wife, took a nail, a stake from the tent, and a hammer in her hand, and went softly over him, and with his the nail in his temple, she drove it through to the ground, for he was fast asleep, and so he died. He was fast asleep, and so he died. Because she nailed his head to the ground. I love this story. Where's your daughter? Right there. She nailed the man's head to the ground. You better watch my daughter. She's a tough cookie. I love this story. Mom, I'm going to tell this to all men. She's going to dig it. And behold, Barak pursued Sisera. And Jael came out to meet him. Said, come here. I want to show you the man whom you seek. And he looked and behold, Sisera lay dead, and the nail was in through his temples. I have a picture. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. She had to be a strong woman. So God subdued on that day Jabin the king of Canaan before the children of Israel. And the hand of the children of Israel prospered and prevailed against Jabin the king of Canaan until they had destroyed Jabin. So who is she? Judges 4:4. She was a prophetess of the tribe of Ephraim, most likely. So I put a question mark there. She fought against the Canaanites. And they had 40 years of peace, so we haven't read that yet. But we'll finish that next week. So So far, we've had 4 judges, avengers, 4.
Done.
Here they are.
Go back there.
Let's see. Oh, I'll be here next week.
Okay. From,
2 weeks. There's a possibility this could take more than 2 hours. So, but still, I don't know that you could stay till 12. They didn't put that in there. Just trying to be or whatever. I love the different backgrounds of all these judges so far. There's probably an area where the family looked down on him, but he was willing to be used by God. And Deborah is a woman that God uses. And Jael, God used another woman to get the honor of killing this sister. The wife of another Jael is the wife of another. She's wife, she Canaan is like a tribe, but it's not a Jewish tribe. It's from a different family. And really, can you zoom in? All of this area was Canaan. Then Philistines came up, and then Moses died, and Joshua took them in through here and wiped out these other areas and took control and headed north. And Caleb comes to try to take back his land. Let me give you an example. Tomorrow, if Trump announced all American born stay. Oh, no, not born in America. If you weren't born in America, they have to get out. And if my father moved, and I was born here in America, I get to stay. But my father is kicked out and has to leave. And I have been born here. If a Jew married another person, and they were called half, they were permitted to stay. And the line of hate is still going on. Ever since Noah. going, going, going. And now Israel comes in and pushes them out. But some of them are still alive. And they build again, become stronger, and they come back and try to take back the land again. And they push back, and they push back, and they push back. You know, here's a perfect example. Of the Ukraine. Was part of Russia, and Russia came in and said, this used to be our land. That's my land, we want it back. And Ukraine says no, and they try to defend themselves. Same here with Canaan. And Canaan says, no, this is my land, I want it back. And Israel pushes back. Is that clear? It's not a country war, it's gone. But at that time, it wasn't really a country, it was just a tribe that controlled the area. Lord, we know that you use various people and different people, and we trust how you use them. It doesn't have to be a name, it doesn't have to be a specific. You can use whoever you want to use. And Lord, we honor and glorify you, and thank you for the diversity we have here. You are King of Kings, and you deserve the honor and glory. And you have decided these things that have happened. Now, as we go, and as we also go to ASB, and then the group that's going to Illinois for the basketball tournament, as they come back, and pray everything will work out, and you receive all the honor.